Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. And if you're new today, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I am truly excited that you're here. And if you feel like during this video you're having a great time and would like to return, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you back. So today I'm going to be sharing some new products to me. They're not necessarily new to the market, but new to me. I do have a few things from Sigma, something from Pacifica. I have a new foundation that I do want to do a wear test on from Cover FX, and a few things from City Beauty that they sent over. So if all that seems like something you might enjoy, please stick around because we're about to get into all that right now. Okay, so today's going to be quite interesting. My eye is just like watering like crazy. And I mean, that's nothing new, but today it's a little worse than usual. And I think it's because of, the weather. Get a load of this. The other day it was 70 degrees out. The next day it snowed. I kid you not, Michigan is insane, but it becomes a little annoying. Like today, I don't even know if the sweater is appropriate to wear outside. I don't know if I'm going to sweat to death, freeze to death. I just don't know. It is very complicated here in Michigan on what to wear. Anyway, let's get into this makeup. Like I mentioned, City Beauty had sent over some products for me to try out. They sent over some of their plumping lip glosses and mascara. So this here just says it's a plumping lip gloss. It hydrates and nourishes. Now this comes like in 11 shades, but it retails for $35. But they also did give me a discount code for 15% off. And also I do want to mention that they do have a 60-day return policy, which I think is pretty amazing. You can try their products for 60 days. If you're not fully satisfied, you can return them for a full refund. So that's pretty impressive. So what this says is a plumping lip gloss. It hydrates, nourishes, visibly smooths lip lines, enhances volume, has hyaluronic acid and oleopeptides in it, reduces the look of lip wrinkles and upward lip lines, which is pretty nice. I definitely could use that. Instant plumping without the sting or burning. So let's give this a try and see what the packaging looks like. Okay, now this is supposed to be in the shade clear, and this is what it looks like. So it looks like it's almost like iridescent, but let's give it a try and see what it does to the lips. So let's take a look. Okay, now when I took it out, it seems like it's a little gooey. I hope you guys are seeing that. So very interesting. And this is the doe foot here. So it is a little smaller, but let's try this on the lips. So as I'm applying it, it does feel very cushiony. It has like a slight, I don't know, maybe a slight sweet smell. But it does feel very hydrating on the lips immediately. And it feels just very thick is the only way I can, explain it. It doesn't feel like it's super sticky, but it just feels cushiony. As of right now, like I said, it does feel very comfortable on my lips. And I did get a new palette from Sigma. It's just a little 4-quad. And I don't know if I mentioned, but this is not a first impressions video. I have tried most of these products, even the foundation, but I did not do a wear test on that foundation. So I'm super interested to see what that does. And I'll talk about that more in a minute. So I have tried most of these products except the lip product and the mascara. So anyway, this new palette by Sigma, again, just new to me. It's a little quad palette, and it's just a neutral palette, and it's very nice. I was so impressed with their products. And what made me go back to their website is I actually wanted a new eye primer because the one that I won in the giveaway had like a shimmer in it, and it just kind of, I don't know, altered the shadows under or over it, I think. So I went back to get like a matte formula. So that's what I got here, and I really do like it. So anyway, this is the palette here. So this is called creme brulee, which is one of my favorite desserts. So anyway, this is the palette here. So it has 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. And again, this is really pretty. And again, I hope I can apply this on my eye without it, running and smearing all over the place. Okay, let's get into this primer. I'll show you what this looks like. Again, and I think this is called, it's in the shade Ignite. So it's really nice. It does conceal all my discoloration, any veins I may that may be showing. So I really do like it, and it has the perfect amount of tack to it. It's not too tacky, and I feel like my shadows do last pretty good when I do use this. And I do want to mention that Sigma holds some really good sales. Like I got this, I think it was like $20, maybe less, which is, a little pricey for, just 4 shades here, but it's Sigma and their formula is really, really good. So you can get, I think I got like 30% off a lot of their products. So watch for their sales. Sign up for like their newsletter or emails. And yeah, it's really nice to be notified when they have a good sale. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is start with this shade right here. And that's in the shade, it's called Nutty. So let's just apply just very little because their shadows are very pigmented. And I am using their brushes too. I actually won a brush set and a giveaway over on Instagram. And this one, I believe, is the E40, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, E40. So that's what this one is. It's just a nice fluffy brush and it blends out the product so nice. And like I mentioned, their products are really, really nice. They're very creamy and they blend out just effortlessly. So as you can see, I'm pretty much done blending the shade out. And I do want to mention that they did have like a lot of color stories in these little quads, which is really nice. If you've never tried any of their eyeshadows, but you did want to try them and not spend a lot of money, like $50 on a palette, these are a good little start, to try out some of their products because it gives you a nice feel of how their formula is. So let's go into this eye. And again, Jesus, take the wheel because this eye is just watering like crazy. So I do want to mention if you guys follow me over on Instagram. If you don't, I would love to have you over there as well. I would love to see you over there. If you guys have noticed, I've been posting some stuff. I'm going to go see the kids in April. I don't even think I've mentioned it here on the channel. They bought a home, so that makes it official that they will be staying in Arizona, but they bought a beautiful, beautiful home. So they have the keys already, so they're just doing some minor changes that they wanted to make to the house. I mean, it was pretty much move-in a condition, but they have to add some window treatments and all that good stuff. So they're doing that, and then we're going to go down in April and help them, move in. So I cannot wait. It's a short visit. We're only there for like, I think it's like 4 days, but I'll take it. I'll take even a day, just to see them. So I am so excited. I'm so excited for them. I'll put some pictures around here of their beautiful home. They have a pool. So I'm just so excited. And I'm going back for, a longer vacation in June. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's Amanda's 30th birthday. So yeah, I'm really excited for that vacation. Okay, as you've seen how easy that was to apply. It looks really even. We're not going to really pay attention to this eye. Again, it's watering. It's just going to be a hot mess. So we're going to just really wing it. So I probably won't be showing this side as much. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the shade. It's called a Brittle, and it's a really beautiful deep chocolate shade here. But you got to be very careful. Again, these are super pigmented. So I'm just going to basically tap this brush into that shade. And now I'm just going to tap it on this outer corner here. Then I'm going to start doing a circular motion and just blend this in. And again, this is one of the Sigma brushes. It's actually the E60. So it's a nice, big, flat brush here. And I just find this, works really well on my hooded eyes on this outer corner. So as you can see how easy that was. So now I'm going to go back into the E40 and just really blend these two shades together. And again, this is just going to be a very simple look. I'm not going to do anything fancy here, especially with this eye really acting up. So what is the weather like in your state right now? I know there's been some really bad storms going around. I did see a few tornadoes hit down, so I hope everybody is safe. But I would love to know what your guys' weather is right now because it is a little strange out there. Again, I think Monday it's supposed to go back up to 70 here in Michigan. And again, the next day it's going to be 50. I just don't get it. I really don't. And no wonder why everybody is sick all the time. My office has just been a joke. I mean, every single Monday, somebody new is calling in sick, and they're really sick. They call and you can really hear it. They're super congested. Oh, it's just a hot mess. It really is. Okay, again, I'm just going to take the E40 and blend this out, and then we're going to move into the shimmer. So yeah, I really do love this little quad here. It's going to be perfect for travel. This is just, cardboard packaging, has a magnetic closure. So yeah, these are just really nice and great just to grab if you just want a quick look. So now I'm going to go into the shimmer. It's called Caramelize. It's this beautiful gold shade right here. It's absolutely beautiful. Look how pretty that is. It's a true gold shimmer. And now I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to go into the shade a custard right here. This one's really pretty. This is more like a satin finish. This doesn't have like a lot of glitter, so it's absolutely a beautiful. And I'm just going to place that on the inner corner and just kind of sweep that into that gold glitter. So that's pretty much the look that I'm going to do here. And then I'm going to go into the E60 again and just bring some of that color right above all that shimmer I, laid down just to make it look like a little cut crease on my hooded eye. Okay, so this is the eye look here. Again, very simple, but it does look like I spent a lot of time on that eye look. So very impressive. Okay, so now I'm going to use some tape. Okay, this is going to be very interesting. I actually get this little tape dispenser on Amazon, and I'm just going to place a little bit on the outer corner because I'm going to add eyeliner. I mean, this is just almost a waste of time because it's probably going to come right off. So what I do is just place that on my lower lash line and just aim it towards my temple. So I absolutely love this little tape dispenser. I think it's absolutely perfect. It's cute. And also what's nice about their tape is, I can apply this to my skin, and when I go to remove it, it doesn't, feel like it's ripping my skin off. So it's just very, very comfortable. Okay, let's see if this stays in place on this eye. And I did get like a new eyeliner. It's by Ferrera. I actually get this on Amazon. So it looks like this, and it's like a little pot eyeliner. Now it does come with like a little brush here, and it looks like this. And I'm sure it's, a very good brush, but I'm going to use my Sigma brushes just, because I think it will just do a better job. But I am going to show you, or we're going to test out how long this will stay, how waterproof it is. So I just placed a little bit on the back of my hand, and we'll go back at the end of the video and see how well this is waterproof. I'm hoping it's really waterproof because, like I mentioned 100 times, my eye is really watering. So now I'm just going to go look for my little angled brush here. And again, this is by a Sigma. So this is actually like their brow brush. I just feel like I'm having better luck than using a felt tip eyeliner anymore by using, this here, either with the eyeshadow or these kind of products, because like I mentioned, they're just a lot easier for me to use. They're more forgiving. So what I'm going to do is just start here on, like, I'm at the tape. Let me move my hair. And I'm just going to bring that towards the eye, just like that. And I'm not going to make this really heavy or bold. Again, my situation that's going on right now. So I'm just going to place a little bit right here. And I usually just take, this to the center of the eye because I do have hooded eyes and I don't want to close all that off. So as you can see how easy that side was. Let's try this side, and hopefully this will last even, I don't know, hour or two without melting off or running off. I'm just going to start right here at this outer corner and move that towards the center of the eye. Yeah, this brush here by Sigma is perfect for this. I do have some ones from Amazon that are also really amazing. I usually use them all the time on the channel. So I'll put those in the description box because they're very good and very, work just as good as the Sigma one. And I do just want to fix this side here. I just must should have left well enough alone. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this side here. Maybe not. Maybe I can kind of wing it. So let's see how moment of truth. That looks really good. That's why using like a tape is just so much easier. And then, you can always go back in with a makeup wipe or something and just clean up any mistakes that may have happened. But honestly, yeah, it's just way easier if you do use a tape or something as a guide. All right, so what's next? Let's get into the mascara. Okay, I just curled my lashes off camera. And again, I'm going in with the City Beauty Volumizing Treatment Beyond Mascara. So this claims to be smudge resistant, promotes thicker looking lashes, has biotin and keratin in it, and it also claims that our lashes should get longer and thicker over time. Okay, so let's take a look at this and try this product out. So this is the packaging here. So that's very nice. I think it's, very sleek. I love the gold top here. And let's take a look at the wand. So it does feel like it's an old school one, which I really do love. So let's try this out. And I got smart today. I actually got like a little shield here so I don't get this all over, my eyelid here. And especially since they are watering. And let's go in with a few strokes and see what it does. It doesn't feel super wet, which I do love. Usually, if I get a new mascara and it feels super wet, I just have a really hard time working with it. So this one, it feels really good. And I love these shields. You can get them right off Amazon. And it helps so much, especially if you have hooded eyes and you really make a mess doing your mascara like me. This is a game changer and a time saver. So that's just a few strokes here. So very nice. There isn't like a huge or strong odor coming from the mascara. Ooh, I do like how it does grip onto the lashes though. Immediately, it just feels like it's really grabbing onto each lash. Okay, again, that's just a few strokes. I really do like how it did lengthen the lashes. It really separated them. So what I'll do is 2 coats. I'll come back and we'll take a look at the lashes then. Okay, so this is 2 coats of the mascara, and I really do like how it does create length and volume, how it separated the lashes. The only flaw or downfall that I see using this mascara is thank goodness I did use the shield because I still managed to get some on my lid, and it was very difficult to flick off. It just kind of smeared, and you guys know how that's my pet peeve. So that's the only flaw, but it is hard to remove, so that could be a very good thing. But that's the only flaw. But other than that, I really do like how and what it did for my lashes. Another thing I do want to mention, this little shield here is silicone. So what I do now is just take like a makeup wipe and you can just wipe that away and reuse this. So I absolutely love this little tool. Again, it's a game changer, especially for me. I make a complete mess. Okay, so let's get into the complexion products. I am so excited about this part. Again, these are not first impressions. I have tried all these products before, but I will say with the foundation, I honestly didn't pay attention to it that day. I was just looking to see if it was a good shade match, if it was too drying, if it was a product that I was going to keep. So I honestly don't even know how long this lasts on the skin, but today we're going to find out. And I also did get a new primer. I actually saw this over on Jen Phelps' channel, and it's by Wet n Wild. It's called the Impossible Priming Stick. Now, what intrigued me about this product, it reminded me so much of my Maybelline Master Blur Stick, so I had to give it a try. Plus, it's cheaper. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, it really does look like my Maybelline Master Blur Stick that I love. But it does apply and work a little differently, and I'll tell you why. So I apply it just like I do my Maybelline Master Blur Stick. But my Maybelline Master Blur Stick, I kind of have to rub it in, where this one, I feel like I have to push it in. I feel if I rub it in, it kind of like starts pilling, and it has like a cooling effect when you first apply it too. So it's just a very neat product, but it really does fill in the pores really good. So I've been really liking this product, and it does feel like a little drier than my Maybelline Master Blur Stick. I feel like it absorbs the oils a little bit more, put it that way. Okay, so now we're going to get into this foundation, the Cover FX, and I got mine in the shade L1. So this claims to be a full coverage, a foundation, so full coverage that it claims that it can cover tattoos and you can use it as a concealer. So it's like a little multitasker. Now this comes in 20 shades and it retails for $44. Now I got mine for $33. I got it on sale. So you just got to watch out for sales because they really do have really good ones. So this claims it can cover discoloration, redness. It's good for dry, oily skin, combination skin, and it has a natural finish. So it has a lot of claims. So, but it didn't say how long it lasts or anything like that. But again, we're going to find out today. Okay, so let's get into the foundation. I am super excited to try this again. Now, I tried this a couple different ways, and I'll explain that in a minute. And I do want to share with you, it does come with a sponge, but I don't use this. Yeah, I'll just keep it, but I'm not going to use that. So this is what the product and the packaging looks like here. So it's like a little pot. I don't know. It almost looks like a powder, but yeah, that is what it looks like. It's super creamy. It does have a mirror here. So what I found how to apply this, it's better to almost like take it out of the pan and apply it that way. I found when I went in with my brush, I applied too much product. So you would just have to play what works best for you. And I also do want to mention, I hardly used any skincare. This has skincare in it. And I do find if I use my, a lot of skincare with products that have that in it. So I think sometimes they could just fight with each other. I think that's why we get the pilling. So again, if I'm using a product that has skincare in it, I'll just back off mine just to be on the safe side. So you can apply this product with a brush, a sponge, your fingers. I really don't think there's a wrong way to apply this product, but I do want to share with you the two ways I have tried to apply this. So what I did was take like a spatula here, and I just scraped a little bit out of the container. And you don't need a lot. I did find that out. So this should be a plenty. And then I just applied it on the skin here. And like I mentioned, a little bit should go a long way. Well, it did the other day. Like, honestly, I think I have too much. So what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to spray my skin with my D'Elba First Spray Serum. So I'm just going to shake this up a little bit. I like doing this. I just feel like it helps move the product around. It hydrates my skin. So I just sprayed my face completely. And now I'm going to go in with my BK Beauty brush. And I'm just going to start blending this in. Now, this is a thicker formula. It is a little harder to move around. I really did like how it sat on my skin. Again, I really didn't pay attention throughout the day how it looked. But on initial placement, I really did love how it looked. And I think it's a good shade match. So look at that. Look at the coverage. And I didn't use a lot of product. You could really build up on this and make it really full coverage. But I like my foundations about a medium of coverage. So look at the difference, but the shade match is really good. It's not yellow, it's just absolutely a perfect. So now what I'm going to do is go in with my brush directly in the pan, and I'm going to tap it now, quite a few times here just to see what happens. And yeah, I just feel like you have a little bit more control if you kind of take it out of the pan like I did with that spatula. I don't know. I just feel like this way, it just wasn't as even on application, but it just could have been that day. And I didn't spray my face with my favorite D'Elba spray, so that could make a little difference here. Okay, looking today, yes, again, I still like this side better. I feel like I don't know, I can't explain it. It just doesn't look as smooth. It almost looks like I can see my pores a little bit better on this side. But let me spray on my face with my D'Elba spray and see if that is the difference. Maybe I didn't do that the other day as well. Let's just see if that smooths things out a little bit. Yeah, that really does help. Wow, I never realized what a difference this makes. I love this so much. You guys know I do. Okay, now I will say where I have that priming stick, I'm getting something interesting going on right in here. Yeah, it's not sitting very well. It's almost like it's pilling, believe it or not. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost just sitting right on top of the skin. I'm really not seeing it anywhere else, so I don't know. Yeah, I really didn't have that problem too much with this with any other foundation, so maybe those two products just aren't playing well together. Yeah. Yeah, I'm even getting it right here. Oh boy, yeah, that's pretty bad. So what I'm going to have to do is just kind of remove it. through this area right here because that is really bad. So, what I'm finding maybe is this is not working with all of my foundations, but especially this one for sure. Yeah, I think I fixed that situation a little bit here, but I will say, we're not going to really be critical at the end of the night if it looks really bad through here, because yeah, I don't think it played well with that at all. Everywhere else it looks okay. I just definitely would never use this with that product again. Okay, but this is what the foundation looks like right now. Again, I have it about a medium coverage. You could definitely build up on this and make it a more full coverage. But I don't want it, too cakey. And yeah, I think this is just the perfect amount right now. Okay, so I did get another new product, and this is by Sigma, and it's called their Spectrum a Color Correcting a Duo. So, and I got mine in the shade a light medium, and I've always heard about this. I heard it's really good, and I do like using correctors from time to time because I do have some darkness under here, and it seems like they're getting worse, the older I get. So this is the packaging here, so super pretty. It's just very small and compact. And it comes with two different shades and a mirror. Now, the reason why there's two different shades is, you can make like a color. So if this one's too light, you can add a little bit of this or vice versa. So let's try this out. Well, I have already tried this, but let me show you how this works. So let me find my little brush. And I'm going to go in with the lightest shade right now. And this came like, I think in three different shades or combos. So I'm going to go in with the lightest shade right now and just see if it's too light. So let's just add a little bit more and just put that in the inner corner. And hopefully you guys can see any difference here and just apply a little bit more. So I feel like it's just a little bit too light. So what I think I'm going to do is, grab a little bit of the deeper shade and go over that and just see if that helps the situation, and also place a little bit on the outer corner. You can use this all over the face, what they were saying, if you have a blemish or something like that, and it's super hydrating and creamy. I really do enjoy this a lot. Now I do have like one from, I believe it's Lottie London, that's super nice as well. And also one from, I believe Catrice, and that one's really nice as well. Honestly, I would love to do a side by side and see which one lasts longer and which one conceals more. But, I do like how this one feels. Is it any better than the other two? I really don't know. It really feels about the same, to tell you the truth. Okay, so that's with the corrector under the eyes. So now I'm going to go into this product here because they say you can use it as a concealer. So I'm going to be very careful though. I don't want to use a lot. I don't want it to look cakey or anything like that. But I will say it's a super creamy product. But then it kind of, I don't know, it doesn't go all the way to a powder form, but it does definitely dry down. It doesn't stay, super emollient or anything like that. That looks really good under the eyes. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Not too shabby right now, and I don't feel like I would have to set the under eyes right now. Now I'm interested to see if it's going to crease or anything. Yeah, you guys, we're really going to have to really, I don't know. I'm almost tempted to take off the whole center here and go back over it because even my nose looks really bad with this. I wish you guys could see it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, this wear test is not going to be accurate. So let me just remove it through the center here. I'll come back and we're going to move on. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I should know my lesson, never try a new product with a new product. I should just use what I know works, with everything. So yeah, let me just remove the T-zone. I'll come back and we'll move on. Okay, I wanted to come back on really quick to show you the difference. I mean, look at the redness and look at here. That is really impressive. So I'm not even going to put any more product on this brush and just see if that will do the trick because I don't want she looked too cakey, but that was crazy. I removed it and I was like, oh my gosh, it really does add a lot of coverage. That looks a lot better, much more smooth. I mean, I still can see my pores now, but I would rather see that than, I don't know, that cakiness that was going on. Okay, and to bronze the skin, I think I'm going to use this by Pacifica. It's called their Sunny Glow Bronzing Drops, and it has vitamin C and Cockatoo Plum. Every time I hear that cockatoo, I think of Misery. If you guys have ever seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it has Cockatoo Plum in it. Now, the only bad thing about this is there's only one shade, so I don't know if it's going to work for everybody, but it really is a versatile little product here because I place this in my foundations if they're too light. So I really do love bronzing drops. I use them all the time. So let's see what the shade looks like. So this is the packaging here. So let's place a little bit on the back of my hand. So it looks like that. So let's try, see what this looks like, and hopefully this isn't a big disaster. And what I'm going to do is just take my brush and really just press that into the bristles and rub that around the hand and see how that works out first. And see if it's more even this way or if I'm just going to waste a lot of product. Okay, so I'm not really seeing a huge difference, to tell you the truth. So I'm wondering if I should just go directly onto the skin. So let's try that. I'm just going to place a little bit more on the back of my hand. And I think I'm going to work in small increments just because I don't know how fast this is going to dry. So let's just do one side of the face basically and see if that makes any difference. But I do love how it's, really sheer. It's just very natural looking. And again, this would work, perfectly if you add it to your foundations that are too light. I think that would work out really well. It has just that perfect amount of consistency. It's not going to thicken it up too much. It's not going to water it down too much. So that's what I look for when I look for bronzing drops to add to my foundations. Ooh, that's really pretty. Again, just very natural. Yeah, I do feel like going in with your finger, just with small amounts, is probably the best way. I think that I would, waste a lot of product placing it on the back of my hand and then rubbing it into the bristles. So what I do want to see though, if it's lifting my foundation, it doesn't seem to be at all. So that is really good. And I do want to share with you guys a technique that I've been seeing over, I think it's either Instagram or TikTok. So I just have a little bit on the back of my hand. And now I'm going to take like my ring finger and place just a little bit and just kind of rub my two ring fingers together. I'm going to grab just a little bit more. And then what they're doing is just going, if you want to carve out your nose, is just go down your nose just like that. And that is a much easier. I think I've been doing this a lot lately, and it seems to work out just fine. So, yeah, very good technique over there. Whoever came up with that is brilliant. It's probably been around for years, and I just never seen it before. I was trying to find my concealer brush, and I couldn't find it. So I'm just going to place a little bit of this here. That's that corrector, just to really even things out. Okay, for blush, I really don't have anything new. So what I'm going to use is this here by Brony. I actually get this on Amazon, and I got mine in the shade of 404. There's really no shade, but I really like these. These are super long wearing, and it looks like nail polish. So that's the applicator here. So how I apply this is definitely place that on the back of my hand because these are super pigmented. And then I take my brush and I just kind of really press that into the bristles here. And I'll show you the back of my hand. I mean, it is really pigmented. So now I'm just going to use a light hand and just kind of spread the love of this blush here. As you can see how beautifully that blends out, and it's a beautiful shade. Just very universal, and it's very smoothing on the skin, and it doesn't lift my foundation or anything like that. So that's actually the perfect amount because I am going to set this with powder of this foundation or one side actually. And that's what I'm going to do. I do like doing that for my wear test. That way we can see, if it lasts longer or the same with or without powder. So the powder I'm going to use is this one here, the Huda Beauty. And I got mine in Sugar Cookie. And what I also love about this is there's mesh in here. So it keeps things, just a little cleaner. But there is quite a bit in here. So I am going to place a little bit in the cap here just to get that out of that area. And I think I'm going to set my right side here and just use very minimal powder here. I don't want to use too much, but I am going to focus really well on the nose area. This side I'm going to keep, without powder. But as you can see, it really does mute the blush here. This side, you can really see the blush. Everything looks super dewy. But this side does look more matte. And, the blush is just a little bit more faint. So I am going to have to apply a little bit of powder blush. And the powder blush that I brought down is this one by ColourPop. I absolutely love this blush. It is so smoothing on the skin. And this is just called their Pressed Powder Blush. And this is in the shade Acclaim It. I love this. I keep saying I'm going to go buy more of these, but I haven't yet. So I'm just going to apply just a little bit and add that on this side. And I think that's going to go really well. And I'm going to place a little bit in my eyeshadow. I do that all the time. So I'm going to place a little bit on this side as well. And I think I am going to set the blush just slightly, just to give the blush a chance at least. And so I'm not walking around with this side with blush and this side with no blush. Okay, I think that's it of all the makeup. Oh, I have a lipstick to apply yet, and I do have another City Beauty lip gloss, and they sent two shades here. One shade is called San Diego, and the other one is Crimson. So let's swatch both of these and see what one would look better. I already know. I can already tell here. So one has like a shimmer in it, and this one is San Diego here. So yeah, as you can see, it has like a little shimmer, so it's absolutely beautiful though. But let's put it on the back of my hand and just see what that looks like. So it's pretty sheer, and again, it has that thick formula, the same as that clear one. But let's use a Crimson here. This shade looks like it will go perfectly with this look. And again, it has the same doe foot applicator. So let's see how pigmented this is. Oh, there's quite a pigment to this. Yeah, I was not expecting it to have that much of pigment. And I will say that other one, the clear one, my lips did feel super nourished and hydrated, but I didn't feel any tingling and I don't feel like they were any more plump than usual. So I didn't see that effect. Now, maybe over time, my lips will become more plump, but they look super smooth and very, again, nourished and hydrated. So, yeah, I really do like their lipsticks. Okay, so let's try this here and see how waterproof that is. Now, I've been wiping quite a bit, so I'm sure that has interfered quite a bit. I'm going to place a little bit of water and let's just see how waterproof that. Okay, it's really a waterproof. So I might be in luck with this side now. No, it's already starting to fade. Tears are so much different than water, You can, spray something all day with water and it's not going to budge. You put a tear on there and it's coming off. So, but it is waterproof, that is for sure. So if you're going swimming, you're in luck. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just finish off the lower lash line. I'll come back and we'll go through all the products. Okay, here's the final look. I want to do one other thing. I do want to set this side with setting spray just to really set that down. And we're going to keep this side all bare and natural. So what I'm going to use is my Fab Luke setting spray. I absolutely love this. And I'm going to take my fan here and that way we'll keep everything all separated. So here we go. So this side will be completely set. I mean, with powder, setting spray, you name it. And this side we'll see, how long it lasts, without setting it down, without anything. Okay, as of right now, I really like how my makeup looks. I think everything looks super healthy and smooth. I love that you can use that foundation as a concealer. Now, if that doesn't crease, that'll be a time saver for sure. The only problem that I did run into was this here, this Wet n Wild. Unfortunately, this did not work with that foundation, but I have tried it with other foundations. So yeah, it just didn't work with this one. All right, you guys, I'll be back in 8 to 10 hours. Okay, so this is what the makeup looks like. I literally just came up from downstairs. So this is the side without the powder. So this is what that looks like. And this is the side with the powder and setting spray. And this is the under eyes. Again, we're ignoring this side because my eye is watering. But this is what everything looks like, and we will check in about 8 to 10 hours, so I'll be back. Okay, it's now 11:33 p.m. We're well past that 10-hour mark, and yes, I do look a little different right now. I had to change my shirt. We went out for Mexican, and I spilled salsa all over the front of my shirt. I was a hot mess today. And if you're new to the channel, I don't do any touch-ups throughout the day. I just reapplied some lipstick before I came on. Now, I was looking at my 10 times mirror, and I think everything looks really good considering everything that I went through today, especially on this eye. But yeah, I really do like how that wore under my eye, that foundation. I really do like it as a concealer. It really did not crease. And I think the makeup looks really good. Now, if you remember, I did set this side with setting spray and powder, and you will see a huge difference. So this is the side with setting powder and setting spray. And that's the side without. As you can see, this is faded quite a bit. So in this wear test, you know, the powder and setting spray really did play a big part on how the makeup did wear. I don't see any settling in my fine lines or wrinkles. I might look a little shiny on camera. You know, we have the lights here, but in real person or, you know, in person here, I don't look as shiny. And I do want to mention, like around the nose, you know, it's not caking whatsoever. The nose, you know, the makeup has wore off there, and it does look a little shiny there, but that is so usual for me. And then on this side, there's really no caking as well. I do want to mention also too, you know, the mascara, I don't have any flaking or smearing. And also I want to, you guys to notice this here, this eyeliner, that really stayed really good on this eye. But of course the eye that was watering, you know, that did come off, but the eyeshadow looks really good. Even though, again, this eye was watering really bad, it still looks pretty intact. So all in all, I think this was a really successful wear test. I'm super happy with that foundation. I'm so happy that I got it. I actually really like that foundation. And also too, I want to mention the lip products. I actually really like them. They are a little thicker of a formula, but what I do like is around my lip line, I don't have any, you know, bleeding or anything like that. I feel like it did smooth the lips down. So I'm excited to continue using that and see if it really does make a difference, you know, over time. But all in all, again, I think this was a really successful makeup day. And yeah, let me know if you guys have tried any of those products and what you guys think about them. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you did enjoy today's video, if you please do me a huge favor before you leave, if you'd hit that like button, it truly does help me out. I can't wait to see you guys again. I love you so much. And until next time.